Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today we are going to take a spoiler-free look at Kaiju number 8, chapter 92. And if you can't already hear it from my voice, this was a joyful chapter. This was a chapter that really spoke to me on a personal level. It addresses pretty deep psychological problems that so many people in our modern day and age struggle with, and people have struggled with throughout all time. The chapter just blasted past so fast. I really cannot believe this was a standard length chapter. I haven't even gone back and counted the pages yet. I just wanted to talk about the joy. And I really think that is one of the defining differences between Matsumoto's stark and gritty combat manga and all of the other more serious combat mangas. There is a joy in everything that Matsumoto writes. A joy of living, a joy of life, a joy of being. And it's different from the forced positivity of the younger age manga. These are characters who have seen the world at their darkest. These are characters who have to face death on a regular basis. And this is a very mature storyline, but Matsumoto has put it's so hard to describe. When I was reviewing Glitch Text back when it was airing, there was another episode, Collection Quest, I think it was called, and it gave me the same vibe. You just have two people going out together and doing something because it makes them happy. They're also being useful members of society and working hard, but they're doing it because it brings them joy. And I think that in our modern day and age, we forget that that's okay. There's so much of a pressure to be productive, to be useful members of society. In the United States, the culture that I'm used to, and I've been told it's even worse in Japan, where you just want to grow up, you want to be a productive member of society. And as we age, our pride makes us want to have pure motivations. We want to have noble motivations that gain us respect from our peer groups. We want to be doing things because we're doing them for the right reasons. And this can become a bit toxic in its own way. Yes, it's good to have goals and to try to make yourself a person who works for proper motivations, but we're human. We're crazy apes with consciousness and a connection to the divine. And that we have these very physical, very animal natures. We want to eat, we want to reproduce, and we want to have fun. Dolphins do it, kittens do it, puppies do it. And I remember back in the day when everything was stored on VHS tapes, every house had that one VHS tape that was an top quality movie that you watched over and over and over again. For me, and judge me as much as you want, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze. I loved that movie. I watched it, must have been dozens if not hundreds of times, watched it till the tape wore out. And when I first started watching it, I always find an excuse. Oh, my little sister wants to watch this. Oh, this. It'll be good background noise for when I'm folding laundry. And it was actually with that tape that I crossed that boundary in life where I stopped and said, no, I'm watching this because I want to watch it. I'm watching it because I like it. It might be cheesy, it might be corny, but this is something that I enjoy. I am watching it for the purely selfish motivation that this stupid, cheesy movie brings me joy. And that was a pretty big revelation in my life, and it was my first step in becoming free to be cringe, as it were. I liked things that were considered below my age level. I like cartoons. I still love cartoons, as you can tell if you've watched this channel. And that moment when I realized that, you know what, who cares what other people think, realizing that most people are just going to be amused. If 99% of people, even if they consider the thing cringe, if you come to them honestly and openly, look them straight in the eye and said, yeah, what of it? I like this thing, and I'm going to enjoy this thing, they're going to respect that. And that was a really watershed moment for me. And then I went forward with my life, and I'm, still a geek. But doing things because they bring you joy. I mean, Marie Kondo built an empire off of that. This is not just a shallow, one of those fake moments in a manga where the protagonist comes to some very forced realization. This is a very deep thing that affects all humans as we age, as we grow. C.S. Lewis spoke on this and wrote this into his books about how as he grew up, he would feel that he had to give up the joys of his youth, that he would have to move on to smoking and drinking when he still wanted to drink ginger beer and read comic books with his BFF. But he felt the social pressure, and it wasn't until he was much older that he was able to shake off that social pressure. Like the classic saying is, "One day I hope you will be old enough to enjoy fairy stories again." And this chapter of this manga touches on that same joy. You have a very mature, very serious character who has forged himself to only admit the purest of motivations, or at least respectable motivations, even if they're not morally pure. He's broken down. He's realized, no, I like this. This is who I am. I am not a perfect person. I have selfish motivations. And the revelation, it's not, trumpets and beams of light descending from heaven. It's that kind of revelation that you get when you trip and you fall in the mud and you realize that you forgot to tie your shoes. It's gritty, it's earthy, it's wholesome. And that is just so well encapsulate everything I love about this series. The wholesomeness, the joy. And it's not the kind of forced happiness. This is a very real kind of joy that peeks out between the tragedies of life. And, okay, but what do you think, my wonderful viewers? Did you find this a joyful chapter? Have you ever had one of those moments in your life where you had to stop and say, no, I am going to stop pretending to be this perfect person. I am not that perfect person. I am doing this because I have a selfish motivation. I'm going to admit that. There's nothing wrong with this. This is something harmless. It's joyful. So what if everybody thinks I'm cringe? I like this because I like it. I'm doing this because I like it. But what has that ever happened to you, my wonderful viewers? Please, these are such wonderful moments. If you feel that you can, if you feel that you're comfortable enough to share that, please share that in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and peace out, my wonderful viewers. Do you love awesome science fiction books? Of course you do. If you check out the links below the video, you can get yourself a copy of Comedy or Tragedy. Humans Are Weird. I have the data. Humans Are Weird. We took a vote, and Humans Are Weird, Let's Work It Out are the 3 comedy short story books available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo by Rakuten, Google Play. There's even some copies at Powell's Books, the famous used bookstore in Portland, Oregon. Dying Embers, dragons, aliens, and things that go boom in the night, and soon Flying Sparks. More dramatic, traditional science fiction novels are also available at Amazon. Flying Sparks is still on the pre-order page. If you want a copy, you can email me by contacting the website to pre-order yourself a copy. It's still being edited. So check out the links below the video to get yourself a copy of some wonderful science fiction.